One thing above all else is clear. If the Sword Coast is to find any measure of peace, Kalar Argent must be stopped.
Scouts originally said that the path to the river here at the crossing was not held by anyone, but that was before we came into this mine to help the dwarves. I'm sure that the Flaming Fist can deal with it. I don't need to be in the vanguard for everything. I may be the hero of Baldur's Gate, but that doesn't mean every battle that the city is involved in is something I have to be there for. Helping the dwarves is a way to gain favor and possible allies in the area. Perhaps the dwarves here will come and join the force being set up to confront the Crusade at Dragonspear if we can find their friend who is missing. Is it a bad thing that I'm getting used to going to places like this now? It seems perfectly normal for me to go into a mine and clear out undead. When did this happen? Okay, we go into the next area of this undead
I love dungeons. They're usually bursting with gold.
Okay.
You want me? Yep.
I had you guys check for traps. But they're right. Look at all these books. Bookshelves. Who knows how long this has been sealed up. But maybe there's another entrance somewhere else.
Such menial tasks.
Right.
Tome of Ancient Knowledge? Volume of the History of the Netherese Empire.
Yep. Yes, dear.
More philosophical treatise on the nature of lichdom. Mortal to Lich notes? Could we be dealing with the Lich that lives here if there's all this undead? Inside a leather folder embossed with the word Lich are several pieces of parchment written in a variety of languages, most of them foreign. 2 sheets are legible, though. The first, written in a spider hand, reads as follows. To complete the ritual of becoming, the subject's soul must be placed in their desired phylactery, either by the subject or the magician performing the ritual. After the etheric self has been safely stored, the physical changes required by the subject's impending state can begin. Magical energy absorbs much of the body's moisture, skin shrivels and often changes color, giving the subject a corpse-like appearance. The subject may experience some physical or emotional discomfort as the changes take hold, but so long as their spiritual self is bound to its phylactery, there's no danger of physically perishing. In fact, once the transformation is complete, the subject's continued physical existence can only be ended by the phylactery's destruction. The writing on the second parchment, neater and more easily read, is quite possibly a professional scribe's work, presumably a copy of or a transcription of another's words. On the matter of phylacteries, the phylactery is simultaneously the source of the Lich's greatest power and its greatest, indeed its only significant physical weakness. Any independent Lich should take pains to ensure its phylactery is kept secure at all times. Though not strictly necessary, the transition from mortal to Lich is more easily achieved if the item which will store the transformee's soul, i.e. the phylactery, is something with which they are familiar. This is particularly the case in rituals of becoming that are performed by a party other than the ones undergoing transformation. Nature of Lichdom. This moth-eaten volume describes the physical, spiritual, emotional, and moral dimensions of the Lich in such aggrandizing terms that any conclusion it reaches are dubious at best. A passage underlined in red ink catches my eye. It reads, "For inherent in undeath, and particularly in the state of Lichdom, is a reversal of nature's order. The winter that is the end of the mortal's life is a rebirth for the undead. The autumnal deterioration of life energy that precedes the mortal winter follows the rebirth in undeath, as the fragmenting of mind and body are sewn back together, resulting in a period of illumination during which the undead sees the world in all its brilliant facets. Finally, there is the Lich's spring, a season of growing power and vitality that can and will be sustained for an eternity so long as their phylactery and physical vessel endure." Tome of Ancient Knowledge is massive leather-bound tome is written in some ancient unknown language beyond my ability to decipher. Inscribed on a small weathered piece of parchment pressed into the front cover are words that are at least comprehensible, if not necessarily helpful. Sometimes it is wise to think backwards. History of the Netherese, Empire, Mud, and Mishandling have rendered this once handsome volume all but unreadable, judging from those few snippets that remain legible. The book appears to detail the life of a young boy who would one day rise to become Sorcerer King of the Netherese enclave, Jixidr. Okay, well, she can hold on to those books for now.
A simple matter.
Yep. Take it like
So
a
if we are
champ.
dealing with the Lich, we now know its weakness. See, the problem is the arrows don't exactly do much to these,
Right.
to the undead. Or skeletons, at least. Okay, we got a lot coming through.
Thy called.
You call with flair.
Back.
Sword first.
Ow!
Here
battle.
comes 300
You're alive.
pounds
I'll recover.
of justice.
Safana got hurt there. Sort of glint a little bit. Well, since I have this ammo belt, we can put in arrows there. So many people use arrows in the party now, including Minsk.
A simple matter.
Yeah, magical arrows will only, certain undead only are affected by magic. It would seem, from our experience.
Yes, yes. Yep.
What is this? Is this a scrying pool?
Such
I
menial
only
tasks.
read about this.
I love dungeons.
The top of the room's marble
They're
centerpiece
usually
is
bursting
concave,
with gold.
holding in it a shallow puddle of clear water. Slots along the pedestal's side are apparently designed for scepters of intricate design. One of the slots holds just a scepter, such a scepter. The remaining 3 are empty. Oh, well, if we find any more scepters,
What?
maybe
Such
we
menial
can use it to
tasks.
scry on whatever.
What do you need? Yep.
I'm no mage, though. Maybe down here would be able to control that better. Ooh, trap.
Yes, dear.
You bet.
Fine.
Goes
Right.
down this way.
Time to go with flair. Yep.
Well, I used up one of these. So many of these. That's why I'm using. That's why down here is using them with so frequently, because we have so many of these wand of fire.
Yep.
Oop.
Right.
Yep. Yep. I've traveled with a lot of great people in the past. More than you might believe. But this is the best team ever.
There's a secret door over there. There's a door over here as well.
You bet.
Okay, let's get everybody.
Fine.
You bet.
It's locked.
Watch your step.
Sweetheart, whatever you like.
Nothing good comes out of a place like this.
This heavy door has no visible lock. Close examination uncovers a complex series of gears and wires that likely connect the door to an opening mechanism northwest of my current location.
You bet.
Maybe that's the way to the surface? Oh, got
Yes.
some undead in here.
A simple matter.
In Baravar's name.
That stings, doesn't it, evil?
Come on, fire!
What is it?
Go for the eyes, fool! Go for the eyes!
The ghoul on me.
Ooh, swing and a miss!
Oops.
You bet.
Oops.
You bet.
There's undead on the other side as well.
Your
Go
life
for the
should be
ice
mine.
pool! Go for the ice! Roar!
Take it like a champ.
Why are you within reach of them?
Swing and a miss!
Well, this one has a bow. Yeah, we can't get in there from here. I have to use up a lot of healing potions. We need another healer. We only really don't have
With flair.
like a half healer. We could use another one for the group.
With flair.
What's here? Oh, one of the scepters I was talking about earlier. Is that to me, please? Yeah,
A
like
team like this
Jaheira.
can't be beat.
Jaheira might, if we ever run into her, she's the kind of person that would fill out. She can fight and she can heal. Got some tough skeletons coming.
Fine.
I'll recover.
The snare helps, or the root, whatever spell that is.
A simple matter.
You bet.
Yes, dear.
Traps this way.
You bet.
Open the door unleashes a blast of heat that rolls over you, momentarily tearing the air from your lungs.
This evil is not as smelly
A
as it
simple
usually
matter.
is. We come for you anyway. Well, scrubbed evil.
What is this room? Oh. Ah. Kill them.
My magic
Just
will
follow
end
you on
this.
short legs.
A simple matter.
I don't know what this room is.
A simple matter.
It's very hot. Maybe we'll come back to this another time.
Ah, it has been too long since Minsk journeyed with such a fine companion.
Fine.
Oh, we can use the scepter right now.
A simple matter.
Place the silver scepter into a slot in the side of the pedestal. 2 empty spaces still remain. Top of the room's marble concave. Okay. So
Such
we need 2
menial
more
tasks.
to even activate it. It's not one at a time.
With flair.
Ooh, what is that thing? Some kind of golem or something? No, get away from it. It is really tough, whatever it is. Miss is gonna have to meet it.
Another try I shall give. Resisting me. Need to try something else. Resisting me. Need to try something else. Resisting me. Need to try something else.
That was really tough. It's too bad that
Hey!
we don't have a restoration for Minsk. I wonder if he does. Lesser restoration. We do. We'd have to sleep for it, though. Maybe we should rest. What is this? Oh, look at this sword we found. Big two-handed flaming sword. Sword of Troll Decapitation. Runes along the length of this powerful blade spell death to trolls in multiple languages. A green gem set in the weapon's hilt glows with a pale green light. Legend tells that the famous dwarf Durlag Trollkiller used a sword in his adventuring days, but lost it during a particularly brutal fight in the Troll Hills. Despite the item's name, it does not actually decapitate trolls. A rumor sprung up regarding its powers, and despite evidence to the contrary, the sword has never shaken the nickname. It does fire to trolls, which can kill them. Definitely something that we can use for Minsk, though it's useless here right now.
What?
But I think we should
Such
rest.
menial tasks.
I'm not sure where we can rest. I don't like sleeping when there's undead walking. I don't like sleeping when there's any creatures walking about, but we know there's undead in here. Okay, so you're gonna
called?
have to... Lesser restoration. Okay.
Yes,
Well, it
yes?
seemed to have worked. Weren't disturbed during the rest. Now you have to heal Minsk. Oh, he didn't... Minsk wasn't able, because he was life drained, so he wasn't able to remember his spell.
My eyelids are as heavy as lead, or steel, or gold. Oh, let's say gold. What I mean is, I'm tired.
A simple matter.
You're strange, Glint. Strange little halfling. Or is he a gnome? I don't know. He's a gnome. I have to ask him.
Fine.
Strange little gnome.
You bet.
This group shows promise. Extraordinary.
Fine.
Yep.
There's a door to the left. Okay, what's in this door?
Such menial tasks.
Oh! A lot of undead.
Yes.
In Baravar's name!
Done and done.
I guess we can go in now.
Your life shall be mine.
Yes?
Fine.
Oh, there's some kind of key. Or chest key? Some kind of outfit. Cleric's vestments. These dark red and green robes are of a simple dwarven design, but made with material of the highest quality and care. The sleeves and fringe end in gold trim, and the lining is a soft and luxurious silk, as is traditional for dwarven noble wear. Could this have belonged to the cleric? Was it Coldheart or whatever his name? The lock of this chest, this small but delicately wrought key, opens must be fiendishly complex in its design. The image of a dwarf holding a jeweled dagger has been painstakingly etched upon the key's head. Why are we seeing so many things with dwarves? It's a dwarven robe, so I assume that it has something to do with the dwarf that they asked us to look out for.
Such menial tasks.
There's more undead up ahead. What was his name? Coldheart. Could seek out Coldheart's remains for the dwarves. Coldheart.
No one saw
Oh,
that.
we have... What was that? Ow.
Swing and a miss!
Oh, we've got one of those things again. Come on, Minsk. Kill this thing in the back.
Your life shall be mine.
You're mine now. Resisting me. Need to try something else.
There, it's down.
I shall.
Healing to fight on.
Yes?
Thy demand?
Let's kill this thing. It's right in the way.
Another try I shall give.
Such menial tasks.
Whatever thy wills.
Ha! My aim is true.
Get back, Clint.
I'll
That was a
recover.
very, very tough skeleton.
Time to end
Not
you.
used to skeletons this
Hells,
tough.
I missed.
With flair!
Well, in a pinch, I can make a decent frontline fighter.
Yes?
Oops.
What is it?
Yeah, we just don't have enough healing
My
power
eyelids are as heavy as
for
lead,
our
or
needs.
steel, or gold. Oh, let's say gold. What I mean is, I'm tired.
Your orders?
Huh?
Your need?
You bet.
Actually, this should be forgotten and cure serious wounds.
With flair.
Looks like a throne over there. This elaborate metal throne remains an impressive sight despite the state of disrepair it's been left in after years of neglect.
What?
Things to search through.
Fine.
This one's trapped. No, not me.
Whatever you like.
Essence of Clarity. It's a strange bottle. The alchemical skill on display inside this glass vial is near stunning in its accomplishment. The contents are nothing less than pure perception distilled through unknown, all but unimaginable processes into fluid form. Consuming the potion would destroy any mortal mind. Okay.
Right.
Oh. Pushed to the corner of the table, a lumpen golden box sits collecting dust among a pile of parchments covered in fading ink. Failed phylactery. Made of gold-colored, lumpy metal, the sides of this box are so uneven that its top cannot fully close. Melted down, it may have some value as a container. It is worthless. Notes on a failed experiment. Several sheets of parchment are covered in notations written by a steady, methodical hand. Much of the writing is faded beyond legibility or consists of arcane equations beyond your understanding. A few lines near the bottom of the pile, however, can be deciphered. Though the gold alloy proved more difficult to work than anticipated, I remain convinced that, once it is rendered sufficiently malleable, it will be an ideal substance from which to construct a phylactery. The heat of the elemental plane of fire should render the material more pliant. I will use the portal to access that searing inferno shortly. First, I must scry a suitably private location there in which to do my work. Okay, so they were... It is rendered sufficiently... No, it'll be... Okay. So that's what they were using. Not sure if this is worth anything. We'll see if someone wants to buy it first. I guess for the
Such
metal.
menial tasks.
My eyelids are as heavy as lead.
Whatever
or steel,
you like.
Or gold. Oh, let's say gold. What I mean is, I'm tired.
What does this do? Concealed in the chair's left arm is an intricately carved wooden lever. The mechanism it connects to is old but well made. It's likely it still functions. I pull the lever in the chair's arm and hear the sound of ancient gears grinding together. Traces of dust fall from the ceiling as the groan of moving metals echoes throughout the complex. I don't know what we did.
Yes, such menial tasks.
Something may have opened somewhere. Oh, there's like an oven here. Stove.
Yes, dear.
Oh, another silver scepter.
Yes.
A simple matter.
One more to get. Staring at the smoke within these containers, I catch fleeting glimpses of faces, people, events long past or yet to occur, or so I imagine. Interesting. I wonder if the owner of this place eventually just turned himself into a lich. I think that could have been what happened. Would explain a lot.
Yep.
Oh, what are these things?
Fine.
And
Oh, that hurt them. Oh, there's more in the back. Yeah, Minsk, stay back.
Yes.
I hear.
And fire off another one.
Yes.
Take it like a
Casting
champ.
spells.
Resisting me. Need to try
What is a
something
simple
else.
matter?
What was firing spells on us? Huh. Still don't know.
Trouble?
What?
See if I can't break out more healing potions. Oh, wrong one. 13 of them in the pack. How many of the... 7 of the extra healing. Not too many. Glint needs some support, I suppose.
Yep.
What is this room?
My eyelids are as heavy as lead, or steel, or gold. Oh, let's say gold. What I mean is, I'm tired.
Such menial tasks.
There is a brass plate set into the stone pillar. Etched upon it is the image of a cracked and fragmenting leaf. Adorning this stone pillar is the image of a leaf etched upon a brass plate. A brass plate etched with a snowflake design is set into the stone pillar. Winter? Cracked and fragmenting leaf. Wouldn't that be autumn? And leaf. Perhaps spring? I'm not sure. Etched upon the brass plate in the stone pillar is an abstract design that calls to mind the image of the shining sun. Summer. Okay, so we have this. These are times of the year. It was written in the book. Mortal to Lich notes. Okay, so this is it. For inherent in undeath, and particularly in the state of lichdom, is a reversal of nature's order. The winter, that is the end of mortal life, is a rebirth for the undead. The optimal deterioration of life, energy that precedes the mortal winter, follows the rebirth in undeath. So you're saying winter first, then autumn. So it's going backwards. As the fragmenting of mind and body are sewn back together, resulting in a period of illumination, during which the undead sees the world in all its brilliant facets. Finally, there is a lich spring, a season of growing power and vitality that can and will be sustained for an eternity. Okay, so backwards. So winter, autumn, summer, and spring. From the sounds of it.
Yes?
I don't know what will happen if I get this wrong. So
You bet.
could be a fireball, could be undead or summoned in. So this is summer. This is winter. So, winter. The brass plate is cold to the touch as I press my hand against it. An audible click echoes through the chamber.
Fine.
Snowflake. So this... leaf. So that should be spring. So that should be the last one. And then... cracked and fragmented leaf. Should be this one for autumn. Pressing the plate harder,
Watch
you push
your
it back
step.
into the pillar where it settles with
Nothing
an audible
good
click.
comes out of a place like this.
And then that's spring. So summer's here. Brass plate is warm to the touch. Push against it, clicks back. So, like, we must have gotten it right already. Press the brass plate back into a niche. It opened up the door. Settles in place with audible click, immediately followed by rumbling of ancient gears grinding together. We got that. Now, who knows what's in this room? Let's go and find out.